Alright everybody, welcome back. We are playing Deathless Death. Now this is something that was recommended to me by the Steam store, and the description of the game is: in a quiet of conscience and shadows of sin, 4 souls find themselves entwined in crimes involving a woman. In this narrative puzzle game, you don the sacred robe of a priest, or scared robe, hear the confessions of sinners, uncover secrets, seek the truth beyond their crimes, and deliver their final judgment. I turned the volumes all the way up, so we'll see if we regret that. Yes, I would love to start a new file. I have no other option. Whenever I'm walking to the church, I always ask myself, why? I'm just kidding. What am I going to ask myself? Well, why has God granted me this power? The power to love all the cats? I think that's the power. Am I supposed to click? I think I'm supposed to click, sorry. To borrow his ears and listen to the confessions of others. To see through his eyes and peek into their secrets. To use his hands to determine their fate. I find no way to understand God's intentions. But I have to believe that it means I have a higher calling. When I take off this garment, I'm just like anyone else in this world. But whenever I put on my vestments, light the candles, and step into the confessional, I become God's messenger. I will comfort those restless souls, listen to their turmoil, and extinguish the flames of desire within them. This is my mission, and I will see it through to the end. Deathless Death. Very cool, very cool. Nice little intro. I wish there was some voice acting and not just you guys listening to my terrible nonsense. Okay. Music has stopped. Prologue. Just giving Rusty Lake vibes. If you're gonna make me click through everything, jeez. Move the cursor left or right. Press A through D, or A or D to explore and navigate. Click on objects to glimpse into thoughts that attach to them. Right-click or press space to clear out a single thought. The church stands quiet and vast, where rationalities and desires will converge and intertwine and collide. Space? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Hold the right mouse. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I pressed space to clear all my thoughts, but I've got a lot here. Okay. The Lord says, when you enter the confessional deep in the church, the confessors will come forth one by one. Your judgment will determine the fate of the confessors, and in turn, their fates will shape your own. You must listen intently to each confession, seek out the truth, and deliver judgment, for that is your duty. Click the closed eye in the lower left corner, and divine guidance will review what I must do. Okay. Ugh, you're gonna make me click on it. Press escape or tab to revisit the paths that I have traveled and choices I have made. Preparation before confession. Find candles on the altar, collect the igniter, light the candles, and enter the confessional. Okay. I have to press escape. We're just gonna turn this down slightly. Greed, sloth, lust, envy. 7 deadly sins. Okay. Now I am the priest. I will fulfill my mission until the last confessor leaves. Okay. A male figure dozes on the pew, perhaps a devout soul who came early to meditate and has drifted to sleep by accident. Click to collect the igniter on the altar. Drag the igniter from the top right corner to the candle in the center, then release. Candles are lit, and the left door to the confessional is now open. Light streams in through the gaps in the glass above, broad and powerful, casting its rays upon the altar. Okay, so that looks like the confessional. What's over here? Stained glass windows bathe in the incoming light in strange warm shade of orange-red. The grand doors of the church stand open. Soon the confessors will begin to arrive. The church is so solemn, dignified, and the air feels heavier with these sacred walls. Massive pillars hold the church aloft, their surfaces cold to the touch. A familiar, almost intoxicating scent of sandalwood lingers, mingling in the faint aroma of the decaying wood, sinking deeply into the lungs of the masses with each breath. The description on every part that I click on, chandeliers are hanging from the ceiling in organized fashion, casting a soft, warm glow around them. Okay, so that's repeating itself. I've already done that. There's nothing on the communion table. What is this? The sconces quietly cling to the walls, their presence subtle and serene. Dust motes dance in the air, shimmering in the light. In this moment, these particles seem to carry weight. A coolness pervades the space, brushing softly against the skin, sending a shiver down one's spine and raising the hairs on the back of the neck. The church is so solemn. Okay, so we did that one already. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay. The confessional room has 2 doors. The priest is always on the left, and the sinner is on the right. Welcome to the confessional. We've completed the prologue. Chapter 1, greed. Okay, so he's greed, I'm assuming. I'm guessing green is greed, like dinero. Good morning. Good morning, I'm Gary. This is my first confession. What would be the polite way to address you? This is the confessional room in the church, and I am the priest here. You can simply call me Father. I'm not used to that. I'm more of a pragmatist. You're deliberately avoiding the term atheist. Well, I'm already standing in front of you. There's nothing to argue about. So you're saying that even though you don't usually believe in divine intervention, you will seek his refuge in times of trouble. I don't deny it. And do you believe that God can help you? I'm just trying my luck, I guess. Having faith is necessary. Are you trying to empathize that effectiveness of a placebo depends on belief? But it is such a cheap kind of faith enough in a confessional room like this. Don't worry. Even if your heart has strayed from the path, he still loves you. For he loves everyone. Every preacher says that. But there's still so much misfortune in this world. Can love solve anything? Love bears all things, believes things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. If you tell me what troubles you, God will help you. I just can't bring myself to trust you. No. I can tell that you were once a believer. What kind of religious trick is this? What else can you see? You possess a strong body. There's calmness in your voice. Your attempt to take control of this conversation is cautious. In short, you're healthy. Not anymore. I can't even grip a carving knife. My arm's too weak. Healthy doesn't mean whole. Sophistry isn't much of a skill. I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to say that, sorry. You have a strong presence. You have encountered God, but now you're resisting him. To create a sense of the divine in my craft, I can be more fervent than the most devout believer. So, sculpture is just a means to an end for you. This has nothing to do with my problem. Then let's talk about something that you do. Is it the grammar or is it just me? Then let's talk about something that does. Your heart is no longer whole, and with that, your strength has left you, like Samson, whose God-given power was lost when his hair was cut. She's not Delilah. She never intended to harm me. You shouldn't slander her like that. I apologize for assuming things so lightly. She clearly meant the world to you, yet what did you do to her?
She was my Maria, and I betrayed her soul for 30 pieces of silver.
Indeed. You've paid much attention to biblical stories.
Forget the myths. They hold little relevance here. The doctor's final diagnosis was psychosomatic. No cure. No remedy.
The answer I revealed to you long ago. Trust is essential. Only if you are sincerely open will he aid you.
Okay. I'll talk.
I am listening.
All I wanted to do was give her a better life. So I tried and tried, but art is such a steep climb, and it spares no time for
Mediocrity. I can't fuck it for bullshit.
I kept failing, going anywhere. Then, by sheer accident, I carved a sculpture in her likeness, and suddenly, everyone noticed. Even big names I'd only heard of praised me, calling me a rising talent.
It was a dream come true, but I suppose it's also why she left you.
She left because I wouldn't stay true to myself. She wanted me to stick to my original vision, while I only wanted fame and recognition. I finished that sculpture, sold it at a good price, but I couldn't hide it from her. She deleted every contact, erased every way I could reach her, left me with a single note. It read, "If you love my shadow more than me, then go, keep my shadow, and let me go."
You see, honesty isn't that hard. Now that you and I built this trust, it will certainly be of help to you.
I already lost her. I can't lose my career, too. At this point, Father, who else is left to trust but you?
Then confess to me. I will discern the truth and give you the judgment you deserve. If your soul is worth saving, I will lend you a hand. If your soul is too corrupt, I will end your suffering. Or you can continue holding back and leave.
I wish to confess. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
In the name of the Lord, I accept your confession. Words are a gateway, and by listening, you can glimpse into the confessor's heart. Oh, story time. As a servant of God, you will enter the minds of the confessors, flipping through their memories, searching for clues, and uncovering their sins. A cemetery for buried passion and inspiration. Clicking on key items will display their images, further detail. A place where both glooming darkness and bright sunlight coexist. Shadows lingering, they're just shadows, nothing more. An arc. 2 hanging lamps in the studio. Anxious thoughts fold into lines extending. The fake tree's leaves will never fall, and likewise it will never grow. The wobbly easel can't even hold a single sheet of paper. The light in the room dances chaotically. It's impossible to tell where's the primary source. Hold on, I gotta get rid of everything. Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. Heavy, dull, and solitary, just like the atmosphere here. As he works, he often wonders what makes something popular. Although Gary could only afford to rent a warehouse in the suburbs, he dreamed that if he succeeded, he might one day have a large house with floor-to-ceiling windows. A broken mirror, its fractured surface reflecting only fragmented, disjointed images. Okay, so it wants me to click on a key item. The air is dry, dust fills the room, it lingers for a long time as if the sculpting was never over. The drive to be a better painter was enough to keep 20-year-old Gary working timelessly on his easel. But for today's Gary, that seems like an unattainable luxury. He can no longer afford to put his hands at risk for his art. He hasn't touched the point yet. Oh. The woman wears a strange necklace around her neck. The pendant key is encased in resin. A locked key cannot unlock the secret it binds. A hidden photograph shows a young couple nestled together, a boy and a girl. Oh, dear God. A certificate of sale. Okay, so he sold Rose. Gary had a vague sense that she might not be pleased with it when he signed the contract. Yet in the corner, there is a faint smell of mildew. Heavy, dull, and solitary, just like, okay. Art will always be scrutinized by commas first. In Gary's mind, the critic's words were the only standard. In female sculptures, it's important to convey a sense of divinity and show, okay. In between the empty space, a light sliced through the space, casting a shadow or two. A circle. A square. Sketchbook, a cheap sketchbook, the same one Gary used since college. The aged pages bear witness to his creative journey. Sketch of a heart, sketch of a brain, a sketch of a hammer. A sketch of a female body with long, slender arms. Okay. From a distance, the artificial tree. Oh, that's still the artificial tree? Okay. All of this seems important. Unable to open the moment. Okay, do I need the hammer then? I think I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit more. What is this? Use it to carve through something, ideals that have not been chiseled by the sculptor's blade, yet can be called reality. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Now let's go over here. Oh. Drag the sculpture and smash the outer shell. Gary's early work at glass sculpture shows his inexperience and technique, but its fragile and pure material reveals a sincere heart. There has to be an easier way to do this. Apparently there's not. Oh, I'm just supposed to move quickly. I see. This piece, once vibrant with life and passion, has long since faded, extinguished by the years of neglect. Another ceramic sculpture is also found here. When shaken, it produces a deep, resonant sound. Oh! A profound soul, a sharp mind, is struggling to navigate the crevices and folds like that of a walnut shell. Okay. There are sculptures here that in the eyes of others hold no meaning. They are the forms of chaos, the forms of freedom. I can't drag this one. What am I supposed to be doing? Okay. Oh. I am supposed to yeet it. These pieces with their hard, unyielding exteriors reveal no weakness under the influence of others. They were created not to conform, but to break through. Oh no. Am I supposed to break this? What am I supposed to break? I feel like I'm supposed to break something. The mechanics aren't very intuitive, I must say. Okay, sculpture has a heart. Did he kill her? The colors of this world seem to be born for her. I think he killed her. I was inspired to create because of her. That's why I decided to try and carve her out of stone. Bit by bit, the statue began to resemble her. I completed the statue. Through her, I gained everything. Oh man, but she resolved to leave my life. Okay. Everything returned to black and white. Her colors, I can't... In the end, only the statue remains to prove she existed. Sometimes the words remain too long, and sometimes too short. Like I'm clicking. Hello? Am I supposed to do something here? Oh my gosh. Hold the mouse button space key to exit the memory. Okay, sorry. After hearing their confession, you can decide their fate, either redemption or condemnation.
After she's gone, all I have left is this filthy heart and an empty shell. Judge me, Father, for I have sinned.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna redeem him, I think. I wanted to prove I had a place in this world, but the price was her being nowhere to be found. Lost soul wandering in the present world. Greed led you astray for your true self. Your sense of value has been lost. But on the verge of losing it all, you need to wake up, let go of all the illusions, return to where you started, cast off the heavy chains, and revive your heart. Pick up the strength you've lost.
Father, thank you for guiding me. I will continue to chase the meaning I once had with all that I can.
Okay, completed chapter 1. No matter the verdict, all will be set in stone. Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna forgive everybody. Okay, sloth. Let's go. Is he brown? I forgot already. Please, come in. Good morning. Good morning, Father. My name's Cole. I'm wondering if that name rings any bells for you. Judging by your tone, you seem to be a renowned figure, but I spent all my time in the church. I'm not really in touch with what's happening beyond these walls. You haven't heard of me? Well, that's probably for the best. So I guess you haven't read the tabloids? Gossip doesn't make its way to the confessional. Feel free to open yourself up to me. Father, I've been dealing with nonsensical rumors and slander every single day. I'm on the verge of losing it. I'm wrongfully accused by everybody, Father. Trust in the church. If your words are true, it will vindicate you. Father, you are truly my last hope. Without your mercy, there will be no one left willing to save me. Just doing my job. No need for such gratitude. Speak freely, Cole. I was once a best-selling author. Stories about me were everywhere. Perhaps even the devout priests such as yourself might have heard of me back then. But I have been working on a new book for some time, which is why I haven't released anything, and my fame has gradually faded. The irony is, I'm famous again nowadays because people are accusing me of murdering my wife. I don't get it. How can so many people believe such a crazy rumor? So, what is the truth? It was just an accident. We were on vacation when it happened. She drowned. After she died, I locked myself up in a dark room every day. The only time I went out was to buy alcohol, and then I'd glance at the newspapers on the way back. That's my life now. I can't help but avoid everything. No one wants to hear me out. I can only stay silent. But silence is being silent a crime. So, are you looking for a chance to break that silence? Here, I allow you to speak freely. Maybe.
Maybe I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't even know what I want. Can you give me an answer? Maybe I can be set free because of it.
Most people come here asking me to judge their sins.
Judgment. That's not what I'm here for. I've told you the truth. Do you doubt me too, Father? Do you think I killed her? How are you any different from the common thugs outside then, being this irresponsible? No one believes me. No one. If my wife could come back, I'd trade my life for hers in a heartbeat.
Calm down, Cole. Guilt can come from many places, and the truth isn't always what we want it to be.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm lying to myself? That I'm not guilty?
If that's how you want to view it, then at least you'll find some peace of mind, freed from the tortured by guilt.
I can't. I've really thought about ending it all. Everyone says I should just die, and honestly, I agree with them. Either way, I can't seem to find any joy in living. Perhaps the best way to prove my innocence is to end it all.
But deep down, you know the truth, don't you?
I didn't kill her, it was her choice. What could I have done? I tried to talk her out of it. I told her it was dangerous.
And besides that?
What else could I have done? I could feel all of her despair. I couldn't change her mind.
Let me ask you one more time. Do you think you're guilty, Cole?
I doubt that. Please, I beg you, don't make me relive that day.
I believe you could have done more.
You don't believe me either, do you? Even after everything that I've told you.
I've never doubted your honesty. I simply believe in you. That you can do better.
It was her. She was the one who left, who distanced herself. She ruined everything. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Tortured soul, confess to me. Confess your sins to me, and I'll show you where you need to be.
Father, forgive me, for I have sinned.
In the name of the Lord, I accept your confession. Sins are not without reason. Actions are always driven by a cause.
I thought she drowned. I thought we'd be in like a different room.
The thick, choking smell of smoke fills the long, unventilated space. A photo sealed in a frame spared from being cut into pieces. A weathered mirror. A short line. During their long-distance relationship in college, all of Cole's letters to Rose were neatly photocopied and piled up. A small circle. Trash can is filled with shredded photographs. The meaning of the photos is lost once they're cut up. Interesting. In the cracked leather, you can see the sponge filling beneath. Cole hates the creaking sound the chair makes. The purpose of a ring box exists only in the moment it's opened during a proposal. Oh, there's no ring in there? Rust creeps over everything, slowly eating away at the room's oxygen. Empty wine bottles, it's never about the taste, it's just a means to reach the intoxicating immobilizing high. A broken hand sculpture is used to hold a ring. The ring sits on the ring finger. Oh goodness. I think of you when I'm putting thoughts into words. Yesterday, I finally finished the last revision. The editor, Blank, is quite pleased. All thanks to you, my dear Rose. This book couldn't have been possible without you. Oh, I didn't realize this was written in Cole's voice. Oh my gosh, I gotta change my voice. Excuse me.
Once it hits the shelves.
Oh, I don't know if that's Cole's. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. Pretend like this is the voice I've been doing this whole time.
Once it hits the shelves, we shall go to the beach again. It may sound cliche, but I've always loved the sight of you walking along the shoreline, with the wind breezing through that yellow dress of yours. From a distance, your silhouette looks like a work of art, but my favorite thing to do is always standing close to you, gazing into your eyes. I would feel dizzy, as if I'm sinking, drowning into the ocean in the depth of your eyes. If you will only let me, I want to keep you forever. Rose, Would you do the honor and be my wife? Love, Cole.
That voice gives me like a fucking horse in my throat. Was it frog in my throat? I don't remember. Okay, so that's one part of the story. Random books are stacked carelessly in the corner of the room. Their pages already yellowing. Oh, they did get married. In every middle-aged couple's home, there's always a wedding photo from when they were younger. Is time really the culprit that kills love? Outside cars often speed down the road. Okay. Oh, a plain brown folder used to cover up an irreparable past. It looks like a figure of a woman in a dress has been cut out. There's an empty silhouette like the chalk outline of a crime scene. Okay, so is that what we have to find? Is it in here? Oh no, those are like... This seems like important. Can I pull something out? I don't know. Do you guys see the yellow dress? Let's get rid of everything on the screen real quick. This seems like an important key piece, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't, like, window itself there. Maybe this is a key piece then, too? Maybe not. Okay. Oh, there's 3 of them. Petition for divorce. We voluntarily agreed to divorce under the mutual consent provisions of the law. All matters have been properly addressed for approval for divorce registration. Okay. Oh. A uterine ultrasound report. The diagnosis reads unsuitable for pregnancy. Oh. That's fucking rough, man. Can I see what am I supposed to do? I feel like it has to do with these key pieces that pop up, but I'm so very confused. Can you guys hear me clicking at a million things? Empty wine bottles. Oh, a pair of scissors, slightly opened with the paper scraps still clinging to the edges. Okay. So is this what we need? Hello? Give me that. Should we cut this out now? Okay. Do we want to cut out her dress? No. Let's go here. We're gonna put this on here. Okay. Now we need this. Can we pick something out of here now? Do we put... There's no other pictures of them, is there? Oh, this? Okay. Bookshelf, file folder, fill the photo. Okay. Wow, this is so loud. Hold on. Okay. Fill the photo. I don't know what else to fill it with. I'd imagine with something from here, but... there's nothing from here for me to even click on. Can I cut any of this up? No? Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so at a loss right now. You guys know me, I will absolutely give no shame. I had to Google it because this is absurd. So, cut the letter to get a paper dress. Apparently you can click on those hints to get the information. And it means cut this letter. How the fuck are you supposed to know? How is that at all intuitive? Whatever. It's fine. Here's your stupid dress. Okay. Now what am I supposed to do? Click on it? Okay. I gazed at her. She looked at me. And I looked at him. I'm just kidding. She's standing by the sea, the waves lapping at her ankles. Uh-huh. Let's go. Hello? Am I supposed to click on something? Oh, the water. Right. Until the waves swallowed her up, devouring her beneath the sea. Oh, now it tells me to drag the wave. I lit a cigarette. The tide rose and the ripples overlapped the hem of her dress. The humidity was thickening, filling my nose with the salty scent of seawater. Okay. I don't know. Where do you want me to put it at? 100? I wanted to reach out, but my arms were too weak and heavy. Everything around me became noisy and chaotic. My mind was in shambles. Hate that noise. Oh, I really hate that fucking noise. Blood surged from my feet upward, and I couldn't take another step. Oh, I'm supposed to rise the blood. Okay. Her expression, though, was peaceful. Slowly, she rested her eyes. She's very pretty. Until the waves swallowed her up, devouring her beneath the sea. This guy's so fucking guilty. Are you kidding me? He just lit a cigarette while his quote love of his life was fucking dying. Oh, I'm supposed to make it go higher. Sorry. Now what? Okay, sorry. To condemn a sinner, cut off their candle, deny their existence, and strip them of their soul. Okay, this is fucking brutal, but we're doing it to Cole. He's a piece of shit. Sorry, hydration station. To this day, I still cannot reach out my hand. Judge me, Father, for I have sinned. Yeah, you're fucking guilty, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh. I've always wanted to shut the door, close my eyes, and block out the unsettling changes to me. So that nothing could move forward, my clock is rusted, stuck in the past. Let's do it. Fallen soul, lost in darkness, you drown in self-comfort, but laziness and sin are tied together. You've bound your severed hands to the murky depths below. Your organs will decay and black bubbles will rise from the stagnant water. Indeed, when you keep retreating and avoiding, there's nothing left behind but darkness. Thank you for your guidance, I understand now. Okay, in judgment we should reign supreme. Reason or emotion? Chapter 3, Lust. Love how it's very cliche that she has red hair. Good morning. Good morning, Father. My name is Ruby, of course. You're my third confessor today and the only one who made an appointment in advance. May I ask, how do you judge them? It depends on their sins. I forgive those who have lost their way but have reasons to be pardoned. What about those who are unforgivable?
I am merely a messenger of God's will. God's will. Such a vague and authoritarian standard. Who supervises you, then? God himself, of course. Of course. Well then, God. I accidentally killed someone, but I used every means to secure an acquittal. I still have so many unfulfilled dreams, so many precious things I haven't obtained. I can't go to prison. I just can't. A confessor's secrets are safe with me. You can continue enjoying your life. So wait. If somebody confesses to murder, like, it's not like the therapy thing where it's like, okay, at some point I am a mandatory reporter and have to tell the authorities this information. Like, priests and ministers and stuff like that are like, they can do whatever they want. Like, having that on your conscience feels pretty bad. How can you stay so calm after hearing about such a crime? Because I know that even if you escape worldly judgment, you won't find peace. It shouldn't have come to this. The jury showed compassion. The judge declared my innocence. The prosecutor lowered his head and asked for my forgiveness. And the media celebrated me in winning my case. Everyone chose to believe me. I believed in that verdict as well, Miss Ruby. Oh, sorry, I thought the comma was him talking to her. Miss Ruby was innocent. And yet, I'm curious, what do you think of earthly law? It's a tool. Something that can be bought with money, a game where freedom is wagered. When a tool becomes a toy, and money outweighs the rules, doesn't that price of freedom become unbearably heavy? At the very least, it's far lighter than a lifetime spent in 6 square meter cell. Indeed, I can see that earthly judgment will never catch up to you now. I am offering you a blessing, Miss Ruby, that you will never lose this prize. No, please, let's go. Father, please don't turn me away. I fear this 1 square meter booth of confession may start to feel like a prison in your heart. Leave, and you'll be able to return to your freedom. No, I'm sorry. Please don't abandon me. Don't leave me alone. I have nowhere else to go. Please, Father. Ruby, didn't your acquittal bring you everything you wanted? I thought so too. Once. Father. After the verdict, I was supposed to feel relieved, happy, unburdened. I gained my freedom through the law, so why do I still feel haunted by guilt? When the law is reduced to mere words and technicalities, its end crumbles to means alone. The freedom it promises you, the law that backed you, has become no more than a vessel for sin. Have I been deeply entrenched in sin all along? I thought it was just the necessary burden for me to remain free. Think of it this way, Miss Ruby. When you sit on the defendant's bench watching your lawyer prove you're innocent, what are you really looking at? Is it freedom? It's just that you hired another version of yourself who raises his hands to pull you out of a pool of blood. The irony is, he himself is already drowning in an ocean of blood. How can you escape unscathed? Night after night, I can't sleep. My dreams are flooded with blood, and no matter how hard I try, I can't wash the stains off my body. Because you gave in to your selfish desires, going against God's will. God's will? Will it punish me for what I've done? Confess to me, Ruby. I will give you the judgment you deserve. Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. In the name of the Lord, I accept your confession. I'm really interested about this story. She killed somebody? Damn, are we not going to be able to forgive her? Oh, this looks fancy. Okay. Let's see here. You got a bed that's just the right size with a soft mattress that can support 2 people cuddling, 2 souls colliding. Oh. Oh! You can always find the essentials in the nightstand. Thousands of dollars? Absolutely. Ooh, bloody VHS tape. Nice, now we need a VHS player. Cold scent of cedar fills the room, mingled with sticky dampness of air.
The bedside lamp is doing its job. Its warm, soft light can bring out the best of one's face. Through the window, you can look down on the city's endless day and night hustle, the distant lights blinking faintly. Ruby's favorite seat. She enjoys letting her skin get attached to the soft leather of the sofa, then gently peeling it off. That description alone makes me want to peel my skin off. Ugh. I hate the feel of leather on my skin. I especially, like, if I ever am, like, my own cars, no leather. Strictly just fabric. If it doesn't have fabric, I will buy a seat cover for it. Or if I have a friend's car that has leather seats, I will make sure to, if I know in advance that I'm going to be in their vehicle, I will be head to toe enclosed. There is no way my skin is peeling off of any fucking piece of leather. Fake or not, pleather, it's not any better. The warm lamp casts... Nope, the floor lamp casts a warm focused light. What is this? A set of speakers. Okay, that makes sense. Oh. Collections are treasures that reflect one's artistic taste. It's a place for her trinkets? Oh no. Oh, do we see the trinkets that are down here? Is this even YouTube friendly? A neat row of videotapes with content not suitable for anyone under 21. Oh no. A Pandora's box packed to the brim. I'm not going to click on that. Sorry guys. An old computer is hooked up to a VHS player that looks like an antique. Okay. The video cassettes are empty. Okay. Ooh, mailbox. It's private email with only one contact. From R to Ruby. Dear R, I've already given myself to you. I love you with all my heart. It's been over a month since we got to know each other. Do you remember our first dinner together, walking down Whitechapel Street? For some reason, I told you I prefer imagining this place as a ruin. It might remind me of some deep-seated memories of poverty and chaos. Isn't Whitechapel in England? And you said you'd buy every piece of art in the galleries here for me. Even buy out this entire area and then tear it down to build a ruin. I was really moved, honestly. Meeting you might have been the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me, but I'm not sure if my feelings are mixed up. Sometimes I feel like you just keep taking from me, just stripping my body away, without ever really taking a look at my soul. But maybe it doesn't matter, because I took your money. Twist of the century, all within 2 paragraphs. I'm just something you bought. You're a collector. I've always known that. Maybe I'm no different from the dress you bought me when we first met. Ooh. Lady romance. We can be down for it. Oh, this is Ruby's return response. Okay. R, you're truly beautiful, and I'd pour out everything I have for that beauty. Only I can see this subtle beauty in you. Your pale, slender face holds a kind of wild potential that a true connoisseur would recognize. I'm truly jealous of you, Rose. You're only allowed to belong to me. You must belong to me. Wait. Rose. Oh, Rose? Wait. Are these stories intertwined? Wasn't Cole's wife named Rose? What? Oh my god. JR, this is Ruby. I was really happy to go to your birthday party today. It was a last-minute invite from a friend, so I didn't have time to prepare a gift. I saw a dress in the shop I think would suit you perfectly on my way back. I'd love to see you in it. Come over to my place tonight at 11 and stay the night. I've asked my assistant to give you my address and the key. The dress will be in the wardrobe. Is it a yellow dress? I'm looking forward to seeing you too. Oh, wait. No, this is... We're going in the right order. Okay. The dress still smells like you. I love your choice of perfume, by the way. I had a wonderful time with you last night. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll be meeting my designer at whatever to discuss the renovation plans for the gallery. There's a great Chinese place. I'd love to take you out for dinner if you're available. Okay. There hasn't been a day more delightful than yesterday. Though I adore the dress, I think it's better to leave it with you. This is the first time I've had a sense of belonging in the city. Thank you again. I'm just cruising through these. Here's something amusing. Yesterday, the security guard politely told me that a neighbor complained about the noise from my apartment tonight, saying it disturbed their sleep. Well, the money I shoved in their faces will make them sleep better. I miss you. Come see me tonight. Oh. I see. See you tonight. From R to Ruby. It's been a while since we last met. I've been thinking about you. I haven't been feeling great lately, but nothing to worry about. Do you have time to meet up lately? I know that missing someone and clinging to them shows vulnerability, but it's been really hard not seeing you. Could you reach out to me when I cross your mind? Of course, if you have more important things to do, I'm always ready to see you. How about tonight at 9? Come stay at my place for some time. When I'm with you, time seems to lose all meaning. It's when I'm awake and you're not here that I realize how cool the city is with you. Okay, Rose. Ruby. Don't overthink it, Rose. Just know I really like you. Do you want to be set alight? It'll feel warm. What do you mean set alight? And I'd see you early tomorrow. Is 3 okay? Oops, that's not the right one. Have you been set alight? Oh god. What did they do last night? She just says yes. Dear R, I know the pleasure I've found in you lately has been getting me carried away. Am I just one of your playthings? From R to Ruby. Okay, so it's really confusing. They like respond to each other as R. Okay, and then Ruby says, I've made it clear I cannot commit to a relationship with you. I'll do my best to give you whatever you want. Money, work, opportunities, just ask. Just know that I like you, but making promises isn't something I can do easily. Other than that, I won't do you wrong. If you miss me, just send me an email and I'll reply. You know I love your sense of boundaries, so don't push it too far. It's not cute. Okay. I understand. I won't take your compliments seriously anymore. Sorry for crossing a line. That's so sad. Why is Ruby such a bitch? Rose, indeed, ruins are the most beautiful things in the world. Can't we just set everything on fire and watch it all burn? If you want, you can leave me. I'll even leave the entire apartment to you. Just come see me one last time at 10. I've been in a really bad place lately. I shouldn't have said that. You're the only person I love. Whatever happens, please don't leave me. I'll be there tonight. Okay, a draft from Ruby. Dear Rose, my Rose, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I just wanted to destroy everything. Is that what a collector does? Brutally destroys everything and then possesses it? Then what's the what's the point of that kind of possession? The blood has dried on your dress. I can no longer distinguish between the bloodstains and the original color. Oh, so it was a red dress. So it's not the Rose from Cole. Which is really interesting to have two characters within a small story named the same thing without it being the same person. Hydration station, because I've been reading a lot. That was always my favorite dress on you, the one you wore when we first met. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I could keep saying it forever, but what good would it do? I'm a selfish person. You were right. I never truly laid my eyes on your soul. I never thought about your feelings, even though all I could think about was owning you, having you, never losing you. Your blood was once flowing until it was forced out of your body and then dried up, the deep red blended into burgundy. How could I have been so foolish to treat you like a toy, a piece of my collection? I miss you so much, Rose. I miss you. So that doesn't sound like a woman who... A small makeup mirror only showing a large portion of the reflection. That doesn't sound like a woman who did something bad, right? A sculpture made of pure gold. If you bite it, you should leave a mark. A mediocre self-portrait of a famous artist. Okay. Let's get the VHS tape. Reading the tape, the VHS player's ready. Password? Fuck. Let's get rid of everything on the screen. Browse the wardrobe. Password is burgundy. How are we supposed to know that? What's in the wardrobe? Is this the wardrobe? Oh. The velvet curtains, thick and soft. Regular looking chair. Wardrobe is filled with dresses like a collection of butterfly specimens. Oh, they're literally the same dress, just different colors. A velvet dress, burgundy. Its tag reads 321 for 1954. Okay. How is anybody supposed to know that the password's burgundy? Are these the dates that she's worn the dresses? Or are these just the dresses that she's given to people on the dates that they've worn them? Because it's kind of fucked up if you're in like a polyamorous relationship with somebody, but you don't like specify that, because it seems like Rose was really into her. Burgundy. I don't remember how to spell burgundy. A-N-D-Y? Hello? Okay, that doesn't seem right. How do you spell burgundy? It's a U. Silly, silly. Okay. Her voice was teasing set me alight again. Okay, so if this is rated R, just so you guys know, I will cut this out. I was thrilled. I gripped her neck gently. Her lips parted slightly. I could feel her vessel. It's like there's magma inside rushing through. Her body from the neck down convulsed like a fish out of water. Oh dear God. But her gaze never wavered, even as blood trickled from the corners of her eyes. Excuse me? You fucking strangled her to death? My fingertips pressing into her neck felt scorching, like a match striking again and again. I could feel her igniting. Her lungs fluttered like a butterfly's wings, beating furiously. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, 7. Finally, they stilled on her lips, turning into a specimen. Slowly, I loosened my grip. I softly whispered her name. So she strangled her to death? Oh my God, what is up with all these people killing people? Every time I close my eyes, I see that burgundy dress. Please judge me, Father, for I have sinned. Yeah, you literally killed somebody. She once asked me if I ever truly cared about her soul. No, we're condemning you. No, absolutely not. Tormented soul, trapped by guilt, the mask of love binds you, the bottomless pit of lust seeks to devour you. Sin is already poured from your hands, fixating the stagnant blood in your skull. You will forever be shrouded by the shadow of the deceased. You will forever be burnt by the flames of hell called desire. Look, I'm all one for doing whatever makes you happy, but when it comes to the safety of others, that is where I think that is inexcusable. Thank you, Father. I understand what I must do. Leaving this world is my best way to atone. Okay. Last chapter, what's it gonna be? Envy. Okay, what do we got for envy? Next confessor, please enter. Good morning. Good morning, Father. Would you like to keep this confession anonymous? You have the right to do so. Oh no, Father. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Auris. I didn't expect you to come here, Miss Auris. Thank you for your volunteer performances at the church. Your performances always bring in many visitors and donations. I am very grateful. Don't mention it. Just some small things I do, and it brings me joy to share happiness with others. May the Lord be with you, good lady. Are you here to confess today? Father, I used to have a happy life with a great relationship, but recently everything's in chaos. My wife suddenly seems to be a different person, and we are not as close as we used to be. Doing good deeds, yet encountering unexpected changes in life. I feel your sorrow, and I understand your predicament.
Father, I don't know what I did wrong. If I were aware of my faults, I would have come to you long ago.
If you cannot find the answer within yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. Tell me about the changes with your wife.
Though it's hard to say. I think she might be cheating on me. I can no longer feel the love from her that I used to.
I remember the day I blessed your union and witnessed your coming together. She was genuinely happy back then. What has led you to this suspicion, Aris?
I wish I had irrefutable evidence. That way I could just accept reality. But no matter how hard I try to convince myself otherwise when I'm with her, my heart reaches the conclusion that she's changed.
So, despite the lack of evidence, you no longer trust her. I remember you were once close partners, sharing everything, holding nothing back.
Yes, before our marriage we spent every day together, practicing music together. I arranged orchestras for her, helped her prepare for performances, and used my own reputation to promote her. I gave her everything I could.
You've invested so much emotion and effort into her, but didn't receive the outcome you expected. That has shaken your heart. Is she lost in her career as a musician? No longer cared for you?
On the contrary, she's perfect to the point I can't find any flaws. She retired recently and stopped performing, claiming she wants to focus on family.
So while you're out there working, she was taking care of things back home.
She once told me that being at home can be a bit boring, so sometimes she goes out to meet her friends or becomes a private cello instructor. On the surface, all these things seem fine, but there's an image I can't shake off.
Please, speak plainly. All secrets are safe here.
I can't help but imagine she's just using teaching cello as a front, but in actuality, she's lying in someone else's arms.
I understand that the gap between your work and life has severed your connection. But instead of worrying about a potential lover that may or may not be true, why not just talk to her?
I'm actually afraid to hear her answer. No matter what I discuss with her, she can always come up with something airtight, and she calms my anxieties and soothes my nerves, but that kind of gentle reassurance feels toxic. It only presents a momentary sense of security. After a while, it becomes terrifying. Why can't she play me like a fiddle?
Or maybe in some other ways we would say cello, lol.
Why is she always able to do so effortlessly?
You fear that her perfection is not born of love, but merely a clever facade. At the same time, you wish she wasn't this exceptional, so you wouldn't feel so tiny all the time.
Yes, Father, you're right, but here's something you wouldn't have guessed. She is hurting me on purpose.
I'm listening.
Her performances are impeccable. The perfect partner, the perfect musician, the perfect wife. She can always predict my reactions and say the right thing. She has seen right through me, intentionally sidelined me. She knows I don't want the answers. She's just waiting for me to show weakness. That's what she does.
Please, Aris, calm down.
I'm the one who's been crawling beneath her, yet she acts so innocently, like a harmless little deer. She must be looking forward to it. To the right moment when I'm begging for mercy, that's when she'll completely...
Stop. Even if your wife is indulging in carnal pleasures. Elsewhere, this pathetic husk of a man you're displaying is already a sin of itself. Your pride has been reduced to a fodder of insecurity and jealousy, perhaps. Reevaluating your marriage is the only way to stop you from making more mistakes.
No, Father, it's not like that. Quite the opposite. I will never stop. If she has become accustomed to enjoying her life elsewhere, then I'll make her reconnect with me, getting reacquainted with our life together. If she refuses to communicate, I'll keep talking to her about everything: feelings, interests, futures, careers, children, life, ideas, any topic. I'll be there for her. One day, she will see my heart, my good intentions. We will definitely be happy together.
Only a long and stable plan can give you peace of mind. Is that right, Aris?
Yes. Only then will I be sure that nothing can do us part. Then, Aris, please imagine a moment like this. When her eyes are staring into yours, only hatred fills your heart. When her lips graze yours, she's picturing someone else's face in her mind. Does this picture put your mind at ease? That's impossible. Absolutely impossible. I won't accept it. How dare she fall in love with someone else? No. She absolutely cannot. But if it can truly happen, what should I do to avoid it, Father? Confess to me, and your heart will find peace. This will make sure she doesn't leave me, right? Yes, child. I promise. Confess to me. Please don't fail me. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. In the name of the Lord, I accept your confession. What an interesting drama here. Okay, what do we got going on in this room? A lot. 1326? Is that the time? This is a very large room. Jesus Christ, okay. A record. The mirror in the cover. Aris has always understood that introspection without substance is a kind of diligence. Aris has talked herself in front of the large mirror again and again. Notes are nothing more than symbols and strings and symbols of forming continuous language. What? Stairs, bowl, full, empty bowl? How can I play it? Apparently I can't. Okay. Mysterious black leather surface is as smooth as a human skin. Okay. The logged record case. The key to the combination must be hidden within the records. We've got 4. It was like stairs. Okay, let's just... I wonder if there's 4? Let's see. Oh. A crumpled newspaper lies in the trash. At last night's charity gala, pianist Aris and her retired cellist wife, Rose. Rose? Again? Is that what the first guy's partner was named too? Rose? Reunited on stage for a mesmerizing duet in elegant black and white gowns, their glances and melodies intertwined as if in a graceful dance. As they began a music piece, the opening melody was soft and sorrowful. The piano's clear, pure notes in the middle section sketched a beautiful memory, only to be eventually overtaken by a deeper sorrow. Rose's cello, with a low and haunting tones, contrasted starkly with Aris's more robust piano. Interesting. So they kind of went against each other for that? A record within a blue rose in the cover. Aris knew the blue roses were just dyed red ones. Okay. Vintage phone. Wooden cabinet. Do we have anything here? Just a bunch of wine. Okay. It's another record. Very nice. An apple. Clocks are everywhere. Yeah, they sure are. Let's get rid of everything on the screen. Ooh. A recordable teddy bear. Press its button and Aris's voice echoes from the soft belly. Rose, today marks 11 years, 9 months, and 3 days since we met. This isn't a particularly special day, but I wish it could become our wedding anniversary. This bear you gave to me to comfort me after my first failed performance, promising it would guard every concert thereafter, and it did. Now I'm giving it back to you as a proposal gift. Let me protect you always. I love you. Marry me. Is there something inside of it? Metronome. A piano. Is this Rose? Okay. Let's see what's on these other records. That one doesn't match. Okay, so are we supposed to pull?
They each have 4. But this has 3. Oh, the apple is red. It will never wither. Truth will rise from the depths of its eyes. So the apple's gonna be the first one? So this weird circle thing? Okay. It will never wither. Like this rose. Are we gonna go with the first one again then? That weird hook thing, and then what's the first one of this? Stairs going up the right way. No. Truth will rise from the depths of the eyes. Okay, let's get rid of everything on the screen. Find 3 sheet music from the piano bench. Does that give us more of a hint? Oh, the apple is red. Is it this one? So a little eye? Oh my dear God. Can I take this with me? Okay, let's take pictures of it then. Okay. We've got our pictures. Now let's go back over to the room, or the vinyl. Okay, so this says the apple is red. So... yeah, I know. Can I click out? Jesus. The apple is red, and if we're looking at the sheet music... it really doesn't make any goddamn sense. It has to be that circle. Because that is on the same line as the apple is red. Okay, so then let's put this back. And then let's do the... what's the other? It will never wither, which is... Jesus. This one here. Oh, jeez. I hate that there's a mechanic that, like, your mouse can move the screen, but so can WASD. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my gosh. Okay, so... it will never wither. It has several symbols on that same line. The only one that's similar to it is this last one. So let's do that one. Yeah. Okay, and then next is the apple. Nope, I'm sorry, the mirror. Oh my dear God. There we go. And then on that one, the truth will rise the depths of its eyes. So this is like a little eye thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. When I can't see her, time feels as though it has come to a standstill. Okay, so that's why you have all the clocks. My breathing slows down unnaturally, my heartbeat too. I vaguely sense that on a sweet apple, there's an ant climbing. The vase, which should be sitting on my desk stably, will fall at just the lightest touch. And me, even though I have everything, I still couldn't make her gaze linger on me for longer than a second. I've already given all of my chase to you to reach for you. Oh, dear God. This is something. But why are you still so far away? If there must be an end, what should I truly... What should I do to truly own you? I will make you see the reality of with your own eyes wide open. Oh my god, this is insane. Did she just take a violin to her fucking eyeball? Rose. Oh my god, no. Pull the string left? Will. Do what now? You. Please. Marry. Me. My Rose. Dear God. Do we forgive her? My love for her, perhaps, was wrong from the very beginning. It's proposing a gesture coming from a place of love, or just a form of selfish imprisonment of your better half. Please judge me, Father, for I have sinned. Yeah, I think we can forgive her. I don't think she actually did that with her eye. Let's forgive her. Trapped in the sorrow of a fear-stricken soul, jealousy imprisons you in the mirror of illusion. Doubt coils around you, and chaos has concealed all. With humility, clear your vision. Let obsession transforming to forgiveness, and truth will grace your eyes. Obsession has nearly driven me mad. Your forgiveness has taught me that no one can ever possess another. But love born from possession may even one day become selfless. I will be honest with her about everything, and I trust she will believe me. The end. Dun dun dun. Is this really going to be the end? Oh, gluttony. Oh no, am I gluttony? Wait, no, this is the guy from the beginning. Next confessor, please come in. That's quite a confessional you have there. I've never heard of a priest who both redeems and condemns. There is good and bad in people, some worth saving, some are not. Indeed, I saw four enter before me. Some came out as if being reborn, others never left. Tell me, Father, what sins did they commit? You know it better than anyone else in the world, blank. They are your past selves. No, they are merely my reflections. Hold on a second, so they were all him? Say what you will, but now it is your turn to confess. I accept, provided you can explain your standards first. I want to know why you forgave Gary and Aris, but condemned Cole and Ruby. Because Gary and Aris were blinded by ambition, while Cole and Ruby chose, with full clarity, to pull themselves apart. You've given your reasons, but I still find them vague. No matter what choice you make, you always have an explanation, and why you did it in a way I can't find any solid evidence to argue with you. I was merely enforcing God's will, not out of personal desire. You're overthinking it, my child. Is that so, Father? Then where are you leading me? What answers can you really offer? Why must you go anywhere? Here, you're neither denied nor burdened with newfound sorrows. You can stay as long as you like. I won't ask you to leave. Answer me, Father. Do you think I'm a good person? It's hard to say. When you act, I don't see you thinking about others. You're selfish, stubborn, and avoiding responsibility. So you see me as a bad person. I'm getting the stories like mixed up. Wasn't like someone's working with blank? Is that how this is all tied together? Is this like some multiple personality shit? Not quite that either. You hesitate, regret, and ashamed when faced with harm you cause. And you care about how others see you. You cannot do whatever you want, no matter how much you lie to yourself. Sounds like I'm just anybody. An ordinary person. Now, you've gained a new quality, self-awareness. I get where you're coming from, Blank. You're just lost sometimes, like everyone. I can lead you back to the right path. No, Father. After this confession, I won't go to heaven. I won't go to hell. I refuse to be smothered by your words, sticky with intimacy. I won't fall victim to these seemingly harmless traps. I won't be devoured and digested by it. For there are searing, gut-wrenching, heartbreaking things that lie beyond your reach. Just like a candle fire that can't be lit here. Those are what I truly seek. Then it seems you're ready to escape from this dream. Tailor-made just for you. Dream or not, I cannot tell. All I know is that I must leave, no matter what's waiting for me. Then go. And remember, lead through the right door of the confessional, and don't be lost again. What the fuck just happened? It's a dream? Okay, it's all the same person. I see. Yeah, it's all the same person. That's why Rose is all the same. Okay. So is he the priest too? All secrets will be revealed. Extinguish the last one. The candle snuffer should be behind the door. The door? What door? Here? Okay. What door? Oh, the door that was in... Okay, here we go. Oh. Gary is the ambitious and greedy part of me. After college, I chased art single-mindedly, only to meet the world's cold rejection. Only Rose cherished my expressions. An accidental success came from what my portraits of Rose. An instant, I became the public's focus. Rose willingly helped me succeed. She's willing to be the wind under my wings. Doubt lingered in my heart. Had I used her? Had I betrayed her? Was our relationship even worth others knowing? Fame like poison fed me. I would trade my ideals, my sincerity, even my love for just one more minute under the spotlight. Everyone, including William, thought Rose and I were meant to be, but I sensed she was slipping away. Or perhaps I was the one drifting away. I should burn it down. The clumsy, disillusioned version of myself once only sought to prove himself no longer exists. Okay. What am I supposed to interact with right now? Oh. Oh! Oops. He should be forgiven. Desire for the recognition of fame is human nature. If redemption is chosen, the chisel must never be put down. The courage must live on. Cole was me, stuck in the 7-year itch, hesitant. I began to realize how exhausting it was to tell the same love story to different audiences. Fame eased my worldly burdens, but from that moment on, I could no longer create anything meaningful. No time to create, no time to reset my mindset. Inspiration drained, heart restless. Meanwhile, Rose and I had become indifferent. Though she played the role of the perfect lover at every moment, we hadn't talked about anything beyond work in ages. After one interview, I promised we'd get married, but she wanted to break up. She wanted more of herself. I couldn't understand, and I couldn't find the words to make her stay. I thought perhaps this was good riddance. That man repulses me. I don't wait any longer, set it on fire. He is unforgivable, escaping only, passes the pain to others. The severed hand is worthy of even wearing the rusted ring. Ruby was the me that's hedonistic, lost. After our breakup, Rose refused to meet me. I only saw her at public events, pretending to be the perfect couple. Before bed, I waited for her emails, without knowing about her life. Meanwhile, I lied about my non-existent new work. What I never said was, without her, I was plagued by nightmares, waking up to stare at the ceiling, unable to sleep until dawn. I needed a new life, new people, new dates. Yet subconsciously, I kept looking for Rose in them. As I sank deeper, I was also killing any remaining possibility of us. Castle, stop, buddy. Come here. My life was a freefall, and soon news of our breakup broke. Scandal, shame, and public scorn followed. I begged William, a PR expert, to cover up the mess for Rose's sake. He would help me for the last time. My spine still shivers thinking back, desperate to fill the emptiness inside. I danced with desire, sinking deeper with no end in sight. Set it ablaze, burn it all. The sticky desire no longer binds me. Sorry, my husband is doing work outside and Castle's jealous. He's just a jealous boy. Oh damn, she deserves hell. Endless desire will consume her, leaving nothing behind. From her high perch, only the abyss can teach her empathy. Aris was the version of me, alone and abandoned 3 years ago. I never could understand the public's tastes. One day they hailed pure love, next they cheered for tragic endings. What past is past. My public image no longer linked to Rose. I was just a face in the press photos quoted in fleeting headlines. Then Rose sent me the back of the eye, the manuscript from her college days, never finished until now. She had won an award with William as her editor. I should have been happy for her, but for the first time in my life I felt jealousy. Even if the book didn't sell well, even if that award worth nothing, she had written her heart story and someone is willing to listen. I wanted her back, but I was nothing. She didn't need money or fame, and I had no talent left for her to admire. I prayed she still cared for me. I had to try everything to win her back. I invited her to a quiet church. She finally agreed after countless persuading. That was when I decided to share everything I felt. Goodbye, Aris. Sorry. The obsession, the madness for lust. Happiness must come to an end. She wants to grasp at anything because happiness was always out of reach. But one day perhaps she will understand. To see a rose's bloom, one must first let it grow. This is me. I am Blink, White. Gary, Cole, Ruby, Aris, the ashes of all the sinners are all me. The eye peers into memories, that's me. The voice that manipulates hearts, that's me. The will behind the candles that judges, that's me. The priest who walks his own path, that's me. Take the bell. It's time to extinguish the final candle. The one that belongs to me. The candles on the altar have been extinguished, and the right door of the confessional has opened. Okay, Chapter 6, Judgment. It's time to wake up, child. Wake up, Blank. What? Are you okay? Falling asleep for so long while sitting on a bench looks like you're truly exhausted. Feeling better now. I don't know, I feel somehow even more tired. I feel like I can't move. My mouth is dry and it seems I've been calling out someone's name in my sleep. My head is a mess, Father. Was there something I needed to do earlier? Are they the same person? Do you see how their hair's the same? It was still dark when you called me. You said you wanted to come here for confession. I reminded you that a servant of God needs proper rest to better serve him. But you said the sponsor funding the church for the next 3 years didn't see it that way. Indeed, and here I am, head splitting like it's about to crack into 4 pieces. Alright, Father, then what happened? Then I got dressed in my vestments, prepared everything, and when I entered the church I found you fast asleep on the bench. You looked so at peace, I couldn't wake you, so I adjusted you to a more comfortable position. I've had trouble sleeping these last few nights, been feeling anxious lately. The moment my head hits the pillow, my brain kicks into overdrive, revisiting every process, trying to figure out what can still be adjusted, what can be improved, how to make everything perfect. So you came for confession on your wedding day because pre-wedding jitters? Not entirely. There are things I couldn't make sense of. Maybe talking about them will help me find some answers. I can't guarantee answers, but everything's already in place. The staff is ready, the details are checked, all is well. This is your big day. Trust that God sees your sincerity and devotion. Everything will go smoothly. Thank you, Father. I knew I could count on you. To be honest, I think I dreamed of you. No. Don't joke around like that. Please don't tell me that this wedding is actually meant for me. I'm not really ready for that kind of shock. Really, though, you are quite the peculiar one. Who throws money out of pocket to double the size of a church, oversees the renovation personally, and volunteered for half a year, abandoning all other duties? This church and I are connected. It's beautiful, Father. Being here is the only way I can calm myself and find purpose. It is beautiful, isn't it? I built this place up brick by brick. I imagine the version of me you dreamed must have been a wise, kind priest, full of guidance to enlighten you. Hard to say, but now I know the priest I dreamed of wasn't you. I prefer your casual, irreverent attitude. It feels more familiar. Doesn't sound like a compliment, though. It seems like you've had a nightmare filled with ominous signs. Maybe it's a sign from God telling me that I need to do something. You're way too tense, Blank. This is not you, not the one who bosses everyone around in church. I think what you need most right now is someone to talk to. The bride's makeup is done. She's waiting in the bridal suite. If something's on your mind, maybe you should talk to her. I'm heading back to the prep room to finish my final preparations. Don't come knocking on my door again. You'll get me worked up too. Oh, and that chain-smoking best man of yours? I sent him outside. His smoke almost drowned out the incense in here. Got it, Father. Let me think about it for a while. You've got 30 minutes left until noon. After all, the effort you've put into this wedding, you're just one step away from getting it done. Give it some thought. Who will you speak to? Oh. What? Who will you speak to? You won't have time to see everyone. Okay, Rose. Yes? How do I go back? I can't go outside. Okay, so this is interesting. So we can always come back if we change our mind, right? So let's go to the bridal suite. I'll talk to Rose before the wedding. Go on. You can always find comfort in from your love. Oh, I should have done a different save file. Hold on. Damn it. Rose, can we talk before the wedding? Is this a good time? I'm here. They say the groom mustn't see the bride before the wedding. It'll ruin the mystery. I'll close my eyes then. You can open the door for me. Okay, no peeking. Come in. Rose, you look so beautiful in that dress. This is something I couldn't even dream of. I finally get to see you, Rose. Why so sentimental all of a sudden? If you wanted to see me, you could just come home earlier. I had a few important decisions to make. Now everything's settled. Soon it will be our day. I know you've been under a lot of pressure lately. You must be tired. I don't like saying his name, so I'm gonna not say his name. I'm not tired, Rose. Even though planning the wedding has been draining and overwhelming, it's hard to envision what it'll be in the end, but today, as everything comes together, the wedding is slowly taking shape. The wedding is a significant point for our future, and I want it to be perfect. You deserve the best. You see. Can I, like, save here now? Fuck. Whatever. Blank, you don't need to exhaust yourself to fulfill a promise, even if today would just be a tiny little ceremony. I'll still love you. I can't take your love for granted. I've made many mistakes. Why the sudden confession before the wedding? I'm not a priest, Blank. We faced these mistakes together. They're in our past now. But now I have to resolve to commit. I can't repeat my mistakes. Rose, I must earn your trust. Trust in what? Trust that you can bring me the life that I want? That you'll always accommodate my wishes? That you will prioritize my needs over your own? That is indeed my promise, and... Oops, sorry. And the responsibility I'm prepared to take on in our marriage. I don't believe that, Blank. I couldn't believe it, and I shouldn't. Then everything would truly be messed up. If you never believed in me, Rose, then why did you say yes? I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. Because when you proposed, it felt like I love you. The timing, the vibe was just right. And the idea of marrying you wasn't a bad idea. That's it? I feel that making this decision doesn't mean I truly thought about my entire life. And I know I said yes with this exact mindset. Rose, I'm starting to worry that we're not meant to be together. I fear that at some moment, unexpectedly, you'll tell me you'll want to leave. Don't worry. If I truly wanted to leave, there will be signs. I won't leave without any warnings. This narrative just got fucking weird. No, Rose, what I want to hear is don't be scared. We will find a good way to be together to rid ourselves of these thoughts. Shouldn't it be like that? Because in just a few minutes we'll be at the altar saying till death do us part. Although that moment is wrong, hearing you say the phrase beforehand still made me very happy. Swearing together is beautiful, but life holds countless possibilities. We need to face them. If there are truly so many possibilities that could separate us, I should go to the priest right now and have him change that vow to include all of the terrible things we can think of after death. Then we could swear according to the new vow, till death, unemployment, poor grades from kids, or loud snoring at night do us part. That's cute. Vows are meant to be like that, simple and sincere. Imagine this. When faced with so many choices, we recall the moment we see each other's eyes during the vow, remembering our promises. Perhaps then we won't want to part. The truth is, every newlywed couple has made a vow of lifelong commitment, yet countless have parted ways. To overcome this rugged journey, we must seek something greater than the vows that bind our lives together. Only then can we willingly revolve around each other and suppress the urge to run away. Very concerned about this white. Is that makeup? Or not white, but like pink? It looks like her eyeball got cut into. Honestly, Blank, what you're describing sounds more like meaningless shackles. I don't see how this union can make us happy. But when I think about the possibility of being apart from you, I see a future devoid of color. Marriage and vows aren't life or death contract. Human will is ultimately fragile. No. You've done so much for me, sacrificed so much. At this point, I must give you something. Even if there's nothing left for me, I still want to give you something. Because if I don't, at least try to do this, I'm truly nothing. Blank, you're such an egomaniac, you know that? Loving you is my choice, not my sacrifice. If you keep denying this, seeing my decision as nothing more than forced tolerance and keep offending me and provoking me without restraint, I'd be upset even for you. I take back what I said, Rose. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to. That's enough. What's gone into you? Everyone's here today, even William's here. Pull yourself together. I had a dream, Rose. What kind of dream? A long one, and quite strange. You were in it, so many versions of you, and every one of them and every one of me ended up unhappy. You're going to leave me because of a dream? No. I lied, Rose. In every dream, it seems I ended up killing you. All of them? So her putting the bow to her eyeball was real, and then him putting her heart in the sculpture, that was all real? But the real me is standing in front of you, alive. Rose, I fear that I can't carry your entire life on my back. I'm not with you for eternity. I just find life more interesting and vibrant with you in it. Rose, you're being ridiculous. How can you entrust yourself to me with such a simple reason? We were just... Getting married doesn't mean jack. You can always get a divorce, and even remarry afterwards. Right now, I choose you, so don't think about regretting it or anything. What is happening right now? It's not that simple. Marriage is a significant decision in our lives. From now on, we'll be bound together in every aspect. Oh my gosh, I had to yawn because of how... Like, I feel like I'm getting whiplash from this conversation. What is going on? She doesn't want to marry him, and now he doesn't want to marry her, and now she's begging for him not to leave after she was just like, whatever. What is happening? From now on, we'll be bound together in every aspect, economically, socially, and in our personal connections. And there are parents to consider. We cannot let down their expectations. And when we have children, and if we have a bad marriage, that could scar them for life. None of this can be taken lightly. If you don't have courage to start this marriage, then don't. What? I want to start it. I've always wanted to. I can't even remember when this thought started or how long it has lingered. Even now, I have messed up so many things and disappointed so many expectations. I still hope to be the one to marry you. Blank, you are the one, I'm sure of it. But I'm scared. I'm afraid I've just been pretending to be that person all along. I'm scared that I don't love you enough, that my love might just be driven by obsession and shaped by my long-standing dependence on you. I'm afraid I might hurt you again, and if I do, I would lose you forever. And you won't be back. Even if I were to leave, you wouldn't let me go, would you? Rose, that's not an answer. What? Why would she say this? Ding dong, Blank. Time's up. The ceremony's about to start. Look into my eyes. I'll ask you one more time. Do you want to marry me? I'm gonna go with yes. Then why all this gibberish beforehand? Yeah, I know. Because of fear. Coward. Coward? And then she's like, let's go. Everyone's waiting for us. I just called you a coward, but let's go get married. Oh my god. Do you take this man to be a lawfully wedded husband? To love, to care, to respect, to accept, in sickness and health, through sunshine and shadow alike. Keep yourself unto him till death do you part. I do. Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? I'm not saying all this again. I do. Rose, I will fulfill all my duties to cherish you, care for you, and give you everything you desire. All worries from the past will dissolve, and we will welcome a brand new life together. And I will be your wife until death do us part. I wish you both the best. We are now legally married. This wedding has finally concluded. Everything is perfect, down to the tiny details. The priest was really good. When he left the altar with the Bible, there were tears in his eyes. He cares so deeply for us. I owe him another one. Gotta return the favor in the future. And while we as newlyweds whispered to each other in here, he was outside listening to reporters yelling. That's right. You're out of the public's eye for so long. After all, your return brings a major headline. A church renovated, a grand wedding concluded, and marrying your supposedly feuding ex-girlfriend on top of that. Even William couldn't stir up this much buzz himself. Maybe I shouldn't have left him out there alone. But I just couldn't leave my newly wedded wife all alone here. The rest of my day was supposed to be yours, Rose. Just finish up quickly and head home, alright? Alright. Just like the old days. I can do it. I'm off to face those reporters. What's wrong? Procrastinating again? Or do you need some other encouragement? At times like this, I look forward to you scolding me a bit more. It's when I feel most at peace. Peace. Oh my gosh. That's so typical of you, Blinky. Drowning in sweets, but still looking for something bitter. Well, I'm used to it, and I never change. Don't start. I know you just want compliments, and you just can't wait to let me scold you some more. Rose, I really do want to ask you, how do you feel about this wedding? This wedding is majestic, romantic, even exceeding the perfect wedding I could have imagined back in my college days. You made my dream come true, Blank. This is just the 24-year-old Blank fulfilling the promise he made to 24-year-old Rose. But what I care about is, how do you see the current me? Blank, you're really smart. You know how to chase after your goals step by step until you finally achieve them. For example, through this wedding, you managed to prove that you're not mediocre, and have proven to me that you can stay steadfast. You're flattering me, Rose. But because of this, you're so slow in other matters. I have to be honest, I don't know where I'm being slow. Oh god, she's gonna start insulting him. I know at this moment, at least I can say something correct but meaningless to brush off your feelings. Well, that's good. At least now you've learned to pretend to understand Blank. This has made me feel so happy. What are they saying to each other? I know that at this moment, at least I can't say something correct but meaningless to brush off your feelings. Alright. Even though I don't understand why you suddenly complimented me again, seeing you happy makes me happy too. I'm not saying that. I love you, Rose, but honestly, every time I feel like I'm about to guess your thoughts, as soon as I say it out loud and see the look on your face, I realize I was completely wrong. I've been working hard to think and respond, and I hope I can do this well. I want to prove that I'm just as good as anyone else. Blank, understand my feelings has never been a qualification test. But I'm already your husband. A qualified husband should understand his wife's needs. I understand now I shouldn't have pushed you to the opposite side, and you were never my examiner. Wrong again. I just realized this gradually. I might actually be your examiner. A what? But you just said... When we first started dating, I was completely captivated by your words, promises. I hoped this romance would transform into something happy in our future together. But bit by bit, I realized your sweet words were empty, and your promises were made just to settle things once and for all. Back then, when I begged you to not leave, you resolutely refused me because you were disappointed in me, right? That's about right. Your plea wasn't what I wanted to hear. I was so angry, I almost laughed. We've been together for so long, and you don't have the slightest idea what I want. But more importantly, I realized I was tamed by your love, slowly transforming into a happy yet shallow woman. I'm terrified urgently and want to explore more of myself. At least the way I can firmly make my statement to you. Blank, you're wrong again. This isn't what I want. You still don't understand me enough. What is happening? Rose, you are the most sophisticated and unique person I've ever met. I apologize for my arrogance, and I always lay over your feelings with my own thoughts. No, Blank. I should be the one apologizing. Whether or not your feelings in the beginning were justified, in the end, I turned our communication into some form of questioning. During the wedding vows, I suddenly remembered you coming to me with a sad face of yours, telling me you had a nightmare and were scared. I really wanted to hold you and tell you that you worked hard for the wedding, and that you've been wronged by my attitude, but instead I chose to keep a straight face, willing to let you guess what I was thinking. But you never stopped trying to understand me. Because a qualified husband should understand his wife's needs, and I must become your husband. So, facing my own examinee, my husband, Blank, I'm willing to become a biased examiner. I may still be reluctant to cut you some slack, but I will constantly reveal the questions to you beforehand. Even if you hide all your secrets, deep in your heart, I'm willing to overcome all difficulties to find them. Oh no, as my wedding gift, I'm willing to tell you the most important secret today, but you need to handle the will situation properly. How about it? Okay, I'll be patient. I've been patient for this moment too long. One more day is nothing. I'll talk to him right now. No, don't leave. I can't help but tell you now. I can't wait any longer. She took about 5 seconds to say, nope, sorry. When you proposed to me, you already solved my puzzle. All those trials and mind games didn't matter anymore. I just wanted to start a family with you. I wanted to be yours completely. I want to be understood by you. I want us to be close and intimate. Rose, I have so many things I want to get off my chest. I miss you. I've always known, Blanky. But first, do what you gotta do to deal with those reporters. I'll be home before dinner. I'll wait for you. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? So, like, they still hate each other, but they're still gonna be together? I'm so confused. You finished your mission all the way to the end, thank you. Okay, so this is, Asian, just based off of the characters at the top. Dream Delivery Center. I'm gonna tell you, I am not a fan. I tried to give, like, Rusty Lake vibes, and it wasn't very intuitive, and it wasn't very, like, clear as to, like, what the steps were to take. Like, the cut out the paper dress thing was very interesting, and then the mechanics were a little also, like, not very, they were just, like, cumbersome. Like, not really being very user-friendly. So, like, using WASD to move the camera, or, like, I guess A and D. But then, like, your mouse also moved the camera, so when you went to go grab things to interact with, it just moved the camera, and it was just really kind of not ideal. Me personally, I didn't realize this game was gonna be all, like, literally narrative. There was, like, those rooms that we got to interact with, but there was still so much fucking narrative. There were so many times that I clicked on something and I did not read the box that popped up because holy shit, I already feel like I don't have a voice right now. Like, it's nice to have something that's not just me reading something to you guys. So I don't know. Maybe you guys are like this, me reading to you guys. If you did not like it, you did not have to watch it. And otherwise, go ahead and subscribe to get more videos. We will see you guys all in a bit. Is there going to be a secret ending? Hold on, I want to see if there's a secret ending. Oh, Lord. You have fulfilled your promise, and you reach your destination. Everything from this moment onward will be unknown, full of new possibilities. Reflections cannot prevent you from making the final judgment, though sometimes a small twist of fate can keep you from meeting the person you wish to see. Do not worry, each decision you've made is destined, embodying your judgment, your past, and your feelings. Countless choices have converged to make us who we are today, but if given the choice to start over, would you choose differently? New feature. Omniscient mode unlocked. I need a moment away. I can't do this. The door to the confession will always be open for you. I cannot do this again. If you guys want to play this, I found it on Steam. Deathless Death. Check it out. Again, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you did not like it, you did not have to watch it. Oliver's coming to lay on my lap, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.